I'm talking brand new kicks, brand new fit. Need to step back cause this man's too lit. Got a brand new house with a brand new chick. Usain Bolt spin my bands too quick. So much steak, think I need a toothpick. Gotta need a two clips, see the game is ruthless.
Hi, I'm also known as Bog, and welcome back to my channel. First off, I want to apologize for being kind of MIA for the last couple of weeks. I've been super busy at my full-time job at the Colorado Railroad Museum. I make a lot of videos for those guys, a couple a week at least. So go check out their channel if you get a chance. I've added a link to their handle in the description below. And if you want to see what I'm doing on a regular basis on the professional level, check that stuff out. But anyways, today I'm back to talk about something that I'm actually really excited about and I'm very interested in. And that's the upcoming release of Superman issue number 1 as a collectible NFT on the DC Palm blockchain or marketplace or whatever you want to call it. So this is pretty cool. I never really was into the NFTs too much until they started releasing the Marvel comic NFTs. I started kind of paying attention, and I realized that they were really it was really kind of cool from a digital art ownership perspective. And I just remember at the turn of the century in 2000, when I was learning how to use Photoshop and stuff, trying to find a way that I could give my digital artwork the same value as an original piece of painted artwork. My dad owned an art studio when I was a kid growing up, and so that was something that was really interested in me. And now there's NFTs, and I think that's perfect. I love it for artists. I think they're really cool. I love them for comic books. But anyways, I wanted to kind of just go through this article that I found that I thought answered a lot of my questions and was really informative. And so let's see. I think I've got it prepped here. Perfect. Let's check this out together. I'm going to try and do more videos like this where I'm reading a little more content. I'm going to blow this up just a little bit bigger. Oh, look at that. I can even go pretty... Oh, there we go. I can go pretty big with that video. There. Let's do that. Alright, so DC Collectible Comics launch October 27th with Superman number 1. As always, I try and bring my subscribers information a little bit ahead of time. This is dropping tomorrow, as in October 27th was tomorrow, Thursday. I'm recording this at just after midnight my local time, so just changed over to the 26th. But I'm just going to give you guys some information here and hope some of us get these cool collectibles when they drop. So let's read. On October 27th, DC Collectible Comics, or DC3, they call them DC3, DC Collectible Comics. DC3, that's funny, get it? Because it's Web3 too, that's clever. Are coming to nft.dcuniverse.com. And what's funny, for a long time, if I went in and I typed in Google DC NFT, this would come right up and I'd be able to get in my collection. And lately I've been doing that and it won't work. I keep getting weird sites. So make sure you go to nft.dcuniverse.com for just create your account ahead of time. The new weekly drops, so every week will feature variant covers and grading that physical comic book collectors have enjoyed over the years, now on a digital platform. And that is actually why I decided to make this video. I read that and I said, what? Grading is what really caught my attention here, and that's been a topic of discussion. And every time someone's like, hey, what do you guys think about grading Marvel NFT digital comics, every time someone says, I post immediately. I think it's stupid, it's dumb. Everybody's value that they place on low mints or this or that is totally variable and intrinsic to that buyer, and I don't think there's any way to really quantify that. Now, DC's done a really interesting thing though, so we're going to read on. DC Collectible Comics will be released from 2 categories, Legacy and Modern. This is really cool. Legacy comics include releases of classic comic issues that may have been out of print for years, while Modern comics will highlight a selection of recent releases from DC's extensive lineup of comics. I think that's really cool to have those two distinctions, and you'll see what they're doing with the variants coming up. I think it's awesome. So let's go here. Yeah, each DC collectible will have one of 5 levels of rarity that are randomly assigned at the time of purchase, following VV's model: common, uncommon, rare, epic, or legendary. I like that. And every collectible comic in your collection will unlock the corresponding full issue in the DC NFT online comic reader. Now that's interesting. The NFT is separate from the comic in the reader, so I don't know how that'll work out long term. We'll see. But you can read your comics anytime and build your own DC collectible comic library. So I guess that's kind of interesting too, because some people with the VV NFTs are like, oh man, is it red? Or how many users have owned that comic? And it's almost like addressing it there, because you're not even reading it, but you're reading an access on I don't know. Maybe some people are like that. I don't know. I don't care. Let's go on. The first DC collectible comic to be sold on the blockchain is Superman #1 on October 27th at 9 a.m. Pacific time for $9.99. The first DC collectible comic to be sold on the blockchain. Alright, let's go. And it's featuring the origin of the Man of Steel, Clark Kent's first day at the Daily Star newspaper, and Superman. This iconic 1939 release is written by Jerry Siegel, with art from Joe Shuster and Fred Gardner. Superman 1's drop will be limited to 3,000 minted editions. Oh my god, this is going to be out of control. A lot of people are not going to get this comic that want it. So that's actually, they're starting off with an insanely low mint. Kind of crazy of these guys. Batman the Legacy Cal #1, one of the newest DC comics created with the help of the DC Batcal community, will be released today, October 25th, exclusively on Batman the Legacy Cal NFT holders. 2 Batman NFT holders. Batman the Legacy Cal #1 is the story of the Cals. Over the years, Batman has designed various specialist Cals and other Bat kit for specific tasks. He keeps them all secure in the Batcave, but one went missing. For the last several months, Batcal holders helped shape the hows, whats, and whys of the comic through a series of votes to develop the story of Batman's newest mystery. New titles will be announced regularly on nft.dcuniverse.com, so stay tuned in the meantime and check out the FAQs. Now, I've got access to the Batman Cal Legacy. I'm going to do a read-through on that tomorrow as a video. It should be cool. Alright? They do have a lettering error that I already spotted, so, we'll see. Now, what is a DC collectible comic? DC collectible comic is an NFT minted on the Palm blockchain that gives the holder access to a fully readable digital comic book. How did I learn about upcoming DC collectible comic drops? Collectibles collectors can create a DC NFT account. Blah blah blah. I want to keep going. If a DC collectible comic drop is sold out, are there other ways to purchase it on the marketplace? Yes. Alright, and I think this is where it gets interesting here. So each DC collectible comic will have one of 5 levels of rarity that are randomly assigned at the time of purchase. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, or legendary. If purchasing from the Legacy Comics collection, like Superman 1, the rarity levels correlate to the digital wear that will appear on the comic book. What? This is cool. And we're going to go back here. So a common graded book may look faded in age, while the legendary comic features a more pristine look to it. So let's go back to our big image from earlier. And there you go. Look at this. Legendary is pristine. Epic is right here close. Then you've got your rare and your uncommon. And then look at your common. It's beat to hell and faded. I personally think this is really cool. And I think it's a really, really genius thing that they're doing here to compete with VV. Now, let's go back to the article real quick. And let's see here. A common graded, modern comics that are available as part of the DC collectible comics will feature different variant covers for each level of rarity. Like modern comics today, you'll have an incentive variant or a cardstock variant, etc. And so you get those different art. You can have some new original art covers, which is something VV's done. I think limiting that to the modern books is really smart, because what we've seen with some of the older collectible books, especially like the secret rares and the ultra, or even uncommons, people are putting a little more weight, at least initially, on the common covers because they're the original book cover. This is really cool, and I think this is really smart. This is really smart of DC as a way to compete with Vivi right now. This is all the other stuff. I'm not going to read any of this other stuff. You guys can come check this article if you want. This is on medium.com / @DCNFTs. Okay, so you might check that out if you want to get more information and everything. And now we're going to go ahead and let's see. I had this pulled up. I wanted to look at this. DC Collectible Comics. Buy, sell, collect. Sell in the DC marketplace. Limited mint run of 3,000. 5 graduation variant levels. Superman #1 from 1939, and you can see it a little clear right there. Again. And then I wanted to show you guys my collection currently. I don't have too many DC NFTs, relatively speaking. I got my Harley ones from the recent event. The Tricked Out Treat is kind of one of the more commons. These are kind of mid-tier. We've got the Batman Legacy Cal, which, like I said, I'll do a reading of that tomorrow. So subscribe if you're not. I do monthly giveaways if you're subscribed. Upper Gotham. These are the tokens you had for owning a Bat Cal, and that's kind of my district, so I'm holding on to it. And my actual Bat Cal, super cool. I like it a lot. And then for my DC Fandom NFTs a while back, I happened to get 2 Batman ones for the Alan Jace Fox, which is cool. So that's my current collection. And for those of you who have stayed to the end, I kind of kept a surprise here. And this was kind of fun. I discovered this the other day, and I've been doing it for a couple days now, and I decided, I'm going to let some other people in on the secret. And so this works with every one of the Marvel giveaways they've done so far. And you can see I've already claimed mine today, so we can't do it with Black Panther, but it works. I did it twice. I'm going to show you how to get free entries if you have 0 Marvel points. I'm also going to show you how to double your entries if you've been using Marvel Insider points. This will probably work for all of these drops, but probably any of the Marvel future NFT drops too. You should probably follow this tip. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, and you can see right here, I've only got 11,000 left. I've spent like 90,000 Marvel points in the last month on these giveaways. So I'm going to get 2, and I'm going to continue. But before I do that, well, actually, I guess I already did do it. So yeah, we're good. I'm going to just hit continue, and that's going to burn. Whoa, whoops. I have to blur that out. No one needs to see my address. But there we go. So I went ahead and claimed 2 of these. And but the secret is when you're in here, and I clicked away, there's the official rules right here. It says official Marvel, let's see the official rules, and there's a link down here. When you click on it, I already went there, luckily, you get this, and if you actually go through and you read entry rule number 3 here, and check this out. For a free alternate method of entry, fill out the form located at Marvel MDC3. If you go here, do I have it? Yep, alright, perfect. There we go. If you go here, and you can see I already did it today, but you get 2 extra free entries. You don't need any points. You can just do it, and if you've already entered, you double your entries. Now, it's the same thing with T'Challa, and the official rules on that one, all they do is change the URL from 3 to 4, because, why do anything creative? So we'll go here, and you can see I already claimed my extra free entries for the Black Panther giveaway. So, my tip is read the official rules, because sometimes, because sometimes you'll often get free entries, and you don't have to, you can just sign up. So that's my secret tip. And let's see, did I have an extra secret tip? What was it? Oh yeah, I do have an extra secret tip if you watch this long. Alright, so I'm going to go back to DC NFTs here, guys. And here's the deal. So I'm all set up, and can you see this? Maybe you can't see, but in the top right corner is your profile button. If you click on that, you can go to account details. And I'm going to tell you, do all of this tomorrow before the drop. Don't try and do this at the last minute. You want this all set up ahead of time. So you're going to go in here, and down here, you want to do your identity verification. Make sure that's already completed ahead of time. I don't know if it'll slow you up on the buy or not, but I imagine that it can't hurt. Now again, you can, let's see here, I'm not gonna, we'll blur it out if I have to. Yeah, I'll blur some of this out, but you can add a credit card. Do that now in advance. Don't wait until you actually want to buy it to enter your information. Make sure it's already ready to go. And I can't remember where I saw it, but there was something on one of these FAQs somewhere that said the quote-unquote easiest way to buy on the DC marketplace is with credits. And so what I did, I went out and I actually paid out, and I bought $10 of credits today. So I've already got it in there ready to go. I'm actually going to buy more in the hopes that maybe I can randomly get 2 of these Superman comics on the drop. I won't lie. So I'm going to have at least 20 credits ready to go, and I'm going to have my credit card ready to go. So whatever happens, I don't have any kind of delays in trying to process that payment. So those are my big secret tips. I hope they help some of us get the drops. Leave a comment in the video if you get one of these Superman comics. I would really love to see one and to hear about what rarity you get and everything. And good luck. I hope everybody has fun. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great night.
I'm talking brand new kicks, brand new fit. Need to step back cause this man's too lit. Got a brand new house with a brand new chick. Usain Bolt, spin my bands too quick. So much steak, think I need a toothpick. Got a Nina 2 clips, see the game is ruthless. So many lies, don't know what the truth is. You always wanna shoot but don't know where the hoop is. Used to get no